All right, I am live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am here to do a reading for water signs today. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or could be for anyone who happens to show up to this video. Maybe you resonated with the title, and there's something in here for you. That is my intention, that there is something here for anyone who happens across this video. And my videos are timeless, so yeah, whenever you see this is the right time for you to see it. Yeah, I started with choosing 3 cards from my Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then I'm going to clarify with other decks. And it's really interesting. I've been doing this with doing the readings, the readings for the elements. I've been staying in this order. And it kind of happened originally when I started. I was just doing a certain order. And yesterday I ended up doing earth signs completely by accident. Normally water would have come after air. And it wasn't until later that I was looking through my videos, and I was like, oh, whoops, forgot the water signs. But everything happens for a reason. And here we are today, finally getting to you guys. So to begin, we have the Yin card. All the cards are in protection position. So this is about needing to be more open to receiving. The cup is upside down. It can't hold anything. Everything just pours right out. And water signs tend to be givers, tend to want to give a lot of themselves. They have a lot of emotions and want to help. And it's important to remember that it's just as important to receive as it is to give, that it's a part of the law of giving and receiving, that the energy is supposed to flow. And when you stop yourself from receiving, then it stops the energy from flowing. The next card is by the book in reverse. So this is not doing something by the book, going your own way. This is total transformation. This is a total overhaul of maybe your life, maybe your inner world, your attitudes, your beliefs. I feel like because we got this card, that this is speaking more to an inner adjustment. But it could be something going on outside of you as well, because this is about needing to follow your intuition. And let me move my computer a little bit, make some room. That you are getting a really strong call from your intuition, which is your direct line to your higher power. There are forces that are conspiring to get you out of wherever you've been, out of following the pack, following the herd of elephants. Maybe it's a herd. Anyway, whatever you've been doing, it's time for you to forge a new path. Step into your genius. And the thing about this is that there is always uncertainty when we're stepping into the unknown. It's dark and we're not sure where we're going. We're kind of crawling around in the dark, and to know that as long as you are listening to that urge, that inner urge, that you are going to make it through this. You're going to get the answers you need. That you've been getting this call for a reason. And it's sort of like the universe is like, it's there. It's got you. Needing to trust. And then the Peace card in the reverse. And this does speak about, regardless of how things look in your world, that this too shall pass, that it's actually going to be okay, that it's really important to go within, find your happy place, no matter how things seem, and know, like I said, know that this too shall pass. Having that trust. There's a lot of needing to trust here. Because this call that you're getting, I feel like it's very strong. It's maybe it's something that's been building for a while. And the thing with the unknown is it can be really scary, especially if you're if you're going away from from what everyone else is doing, what everyone else thinks you should do. If very often when we start doing something different, start doing our own thing, following our own intuition, we meet resistance from others because they're like, what are you doing? You're crazy. You're supposed to do what we're doing because we've already forged the way. It's a very clear path. And it can bring up a lot of feelings of like not feeling sure of yourself, questioning, doubting. Do I really know what I'm doing? Maybe I shouldn't do this. It's not safe. It's not secure. It's not stable. All the things that people are like, no, you gotta just like not go outside the box. And typically when you're getting those messages, it's because we humans, we don't like when things get shaken up. We want to know the outcome. And then if there's somebody else who sees you doing this, it can kind of shake things up within them. Like, for one thing, it can be a reminder to them that they're not following their intuition, and that can be threatening. And so they'll lash out and be like, stop. You're, I don't want to see what I'm not doing in my life. I don't want to be reminded that I'm miserable. So you got to stop. But then it can also be that as you move in a new direction, that you're not showing up in the same way. You're stepping into your power, to your knowing. And that means that people, they expect you to follow. They expect you to show up in a certain way, and suddenly you're not. And they're like, it's threatening to them in that way. Like, you need to show up how you've always shown up. What are you doing? You're acting weird. This isn't like you. And this may be the kind of thing where you're starting to shine. You're starting to step into your own. And people haven't seen this about you before because you've always followed what other people have said. And now you're like, no, I'm following my own inner knowing. And you may not know this about me. And so then people freak out, like, and there could be, sometimes there is a falling away of people who don't resonate anymore, who don't serve, things that don't serve. We'll just say that don't resonate, that aren't on the same wavelength anymore. So, okay, so I'm going to clarify I'm going to start with the good tarot. See what the good tarot has to say. Justice. Yeah. Cutting away the old, what doesn't serve, finding the balance, getting to a place of knowing what's right for you. finding the fairness in a situation. Like, you're not just saying F it to, everyone and doing your own thing. You're like, I want to do what's best for everyone involved, but I need to take care of number one first. And do what's right. I feel like, the colors here are very similar. Like, her dress is the color of the sky, and then the moon behind her is like, kind of the color of the desert. It's it's following your inner, and the moon is about intuition. Speaks to me about intuition and really needing to follow what's within you, and that's going to lead you through the desert. And it's a major arcana. Oh my god. What? And they're both number 11 too. Ah, that's interesting. Okay. King of Water. Princess K, hello, welcome. Yeah, this is, like I said, like, because this is tapping into your compassion, your ability to be fair and kind. What you're doing, I almost feel like this is you being at the back of the line, and you're like, your intuition is telling you, like, okay, I know that I need to go in a different direction. Hey guys, I actually know a better way. Follow me. Let me show you. Um it's not wanting to leave everyone behind. It's seeing a new way and wanting to help, wanting to bring people with you. There's more, but I'll look at the book in a minute. And also the king. The king is a leader. This guy is very in touch with his emotions. He doesn't always show them, but he knows himself. This guy is very connected to his intuition. And it's how he's able to show up with so much compassion, with so much kindness, because he's done the inner work. And he understands, like, if there are people who are kind of resisting, that it's from a place of fear, and he's been there. He understands. And he holds the space, and he's like, it's okay. You don't have to follow me if you don't want to, but I would really love it if you did, and let me show you. I'm going to prove to you that my way is actually better. But he doesn't, like, force it on anyone either. Seven of Water. This showed up in the Earth sign reading yesterday. And there can be a feeling of, sometimes there can be a feeling of getting distracted, not trying to figure out what you're doing, what decision you're making. But ultimately, particularly in this deck, is very focused on allowing yourself to dream and fantasize, like knowing that because your intuition is moving you in a new direction, and it is the unknown. Hey, Arby. That there can be very often this knee-jerk reaction where we're like, oh God, this might not work out. Here's all the reasons why. You have people telling you, like, just, it can be so easy to fall into this place of, like, of fear and constriction. And this card is saying, get into the habit, get into the practice. Thank you. um, get into the practice of letting your letting your visualization skills, your ability to fantasize, to work in your favor, to think about sort of the end result. Your intuition is telling you that it's time to move in a different direction, which means that you have an idea of what the end result is. Thank you. That's sweet. Um, and you you want to practice feeling that, like, what would it feel like to already have achieved this? um This reading is for water signs today, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, but it can also be for you or anyone who happens to come across this. It's my intention is that these readings are there's something in here for everyone. So, um, yeah. So basically, seeing the end result and feeling what it would be like to get there, to be there, to already have this thing in your life, this desired outcome. I'm gonna grab my little book here real quick. I wanted to look at the King of Water. um Yeah, so like I said, fair, gentle, also generous and diplomatic. Yeah, the peacemaker, the mediator, really wanting to get people on board with what you're doing. You're not being rebellious and just saying like, um, uh, uh, you know, I don't care what you do. I'm doing my own thing. This is like, yeah, wanting to share your dream, share your goals. Yes, my information is down in the description box of how to find me on other platforms. Seven of Water. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Oh yeah, this is also co-creative abilities unleashed, it says. And so it's like tapping in to the knowing that you're not doing this alone, that you are being guided, that your higher power has um has a hand in what you're doing, where you're going, in the inspiration that you are feeling. And this is artistic endeavors as well. And so this again, this was in my reading for earth signs yesterday, which it was it like the idea is that when you do, like, you want to have the fantasy, you want to visualize all the great outcomes, all the good things. And then you want to kind of, it's like you put it out in the universe, and now you want to kind of distract yourself. Like, know that the universe is working on bringing what you want to you. So now do something that feels really good. And typically, when we get into our art, we are tapping into our inspiration. We are allowing ourselves to get caught up in something that is very pleasurable, that brings us joy, inspiration, all that. And that is that's what's going to help you find your baseline of happiness, despite how things might look in the moment. Um, if there is any kind of resistance from the outside world. Oh my goodness, lots of talking. What can I say? Big messages coming out lately. My sign, I am a Virgo sun, Cancer, what am I? Cancer moon and Scorpio rising. So I think of myself as a little muddy. I'm sort of like the I'm the bottom of a riverbed. Or I am the riverbed, I guess. Or the bottom of a lake or something. Okay. Um I'm gonna pull some cards from, this is a new deck. I just used this for Earth signs yesterday. I pulled this out. I barely used it, but I've had it for a while. Wisdom of Avalon. And I'm really digging this deck. So first we have the horse. What does it say? Accepting help from another. Delegating authority. Accepting help. Needing to learn to receive. There is so much help available to you. Knowing that this could be that as this little guy in back turn and start moving in a different direction, that you're going to find there are people on the path. It's not going to be, you're not completely bushwhacking a whole new path. That there are others who have either created a similar path or are on the same path, but they're just a little further along. And regardless, they're there to help. And a part of receiving is about delegating, knowing that you don't have to do it all yourself. That whatever this new thing is that you're doing, it's perfectly fine to tell people what you need, to be like, hey, I can't do this thing myself, or I'm not so good at this. Can you do this? Because people are there to help. They really want to help. And the horse, I mean, horses run in, there are words in the horse group that are not normal. I think I said herd one time, and the horses aren't usually in a herd. There's something else. But anyway, it is about community, and it is about also like forward movement, very powerful forward movement. The butterfly, focusing on the beauty. You have a vision, you have a dream, and there's so much beauty on that is coming as you go on this journey. And I feel like there's a sense of seeing the beauty in the end result. And the butterfly is about transformation, about metamorphosis in such a fundamental way, such a complete change from wherever you've been. And I think right now you are in that cocoon phase where you're the caterpillar soup. Basically, it's uncomfortable, it's weird. People are like, you are not the caterpillar I knew before. What are you? You're not anything. You're just a bunch of yuck. And you have to be like, I see, I have a vision, and I'm going to go to my happy place and know that I will come out of it more amazing and beautiful than ever. The High Priestess, discernment, prescience, prophecy, and vision. Yeah, having the vision. Discerning what works for you and what doesn't. Discerning who in your life works for you and who doesn't. And what works and what doesn't. the high priestess is very spiritual. It's tapping in to that knowing. You know that you know that you know that universe has your back, that you are being called to move in this new direction. And it is not a coincidence. It's not coming out of nowhere. And using that understanding to help propel you forward, to help keep you in your happy place. Ooh, yeah, it's good. Where are we at? Oh my God. I'm kind of feeling like I want to do Osho Zen today. I think this will probably end the reading with Osho. In the interest of time, consciousness. Yeah. This is tapping into your intuition, knowing that you are a part of everything. You have everything within you. You are made up of the stars of the cosmos. And that knowing, tapping in to your intuition is what leads you to your greatness. Slowing down. Yeah, I think this speaks to, both with the butterfly, like I mentioned, the caterpillar soup. Like, yeah, you literally need to just cocoon and go within, and there's not a lot of doing that's that you're. How do I say this? You're not so much in a place of doing as in a place of receiving, of getting the downloads, of getting the help from the people who can help lead you in this new direction. As you turn from this path that you've been on onto something new, there's a slowing down as you turn, and then as you start to move forward, then you start to build momentum and pick up again. I think, this turtle is coming to the water's edge, and then the water is a rainbow. And so it's like being willing to drink, to be open and understand that there's so much available to you, that there's a whole spectrum of experiences, of ideas, of attitudes that maybe you haven't tapped into before. And this is going to help you on this journey. And existence. And I feel like this brings us back to the consciousness. That you're surrounded by the stars. You have the stars within you. You have everything you need within you. Kind of being vulnerable, allowing yourself to show up in a new way, just shedding all the stuff. She's naked. She's not wearing the clothes. She's gotten rid of the clothes, and she's just like, this is me. And I am everything that's around me, and I am supported. This is huge support from the universe. And from the earth, from the planet, and physical support from the people and circumstances around you. So yeah, it's a process, as it so often is, but it's, God, there's so much power here. It's beautiful, and you're going to come to this place of total transformation simply from following your intuition, taking the steps that you know are right for you. Only you know what's right for you. So Yeah. Have a wonderful journey. It's going to be great. And no matter what bumps bumps or obstacles that you encounter along the way, just again, go within, find that happy place. You know that you'll get through this, and we'll be better for it. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and night and tomorrow, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe.